And they've never seen anything like this in Toronto, a 2-0 series lead.
That's an amazing stat.
Yeah, it's true. And now they go to Washington for Game 3
There you go, disrespecting the Toronto Raptors
Friday,
again.
130 to 119. Here's the Raptors' stellar backcourt.
The first question, Kyle, is what did you think of DeMar's performance tonight as a scorer?
Yeah.
And DeMar, after Kyle's excellent answer, when did you know you had to step it up?
Hey, man, you know how to work a room, boy, I tell you. Give him a hand, y'all. Give him a hand. After my excellent answer, you know, DeMar's an unbelievable player, all-NBA, MVP type caliber player. I mean, I don't care. He's my friend. I don't care. He still sucks as a friend. But as a basketball player, he's really good and just getting better every single year.
These days, it's not like I gotta have the mindset to go out there and, you know, I gotta score 30, 40 points. I go out there and play aggressive.
Just had 37. What you mean?
I didn't go out there saying, let me score 30 tonight.
But I'm saying you had 37. Don't say it like.
But I'm saying I didn't go out there saying.
But all I'm saying, you can't say that when you had 37.
Listen, what I'm trying to explain, though,
What
bro.
I'm saying is, I understand what you're saying, but you have.
No, you don't. Let me finish. I didn't even.
Can I leave?
Like I said, I didn't go out there planning to score 37 points. I went out there to be aggressive, and with my aggressiveness came out 37 points. You know.
A lot of players talk about the game slowing down for them, I guess, as they elevate their game. Is that something that you can speak to as well as you maybe develop your playmaking in other areas of your game?
Yeah, I'm like Neo now.
Oh. Yo, that was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's Morpheus.
Boy, it's fun when you win.
Oh, boy, it's fun when you're up 2-0.
Hennessy never stop, never settle. 114 points, won 130 in Game 2, a franchise playoff record in that win.
Oh, that's funny.
And yeah, their life is good north of the border.
Hey, man,
They're up
you know
2-0.
why I'm laughing? Because I could just, that's fun. But I do remember as a player being on the podium like this. Well, you know, we worked as hard as we could, and you're like so sad. And you know, there's no answers for anything, and nothing's funny. Any question, you know, you guys were 33%. How you know we were 33%? Well, the stat says 30. Well, we weren't 33. Oh, yeah, we were 33%.
But when you're winning,
Oh, yeah, everything.
y'all sleeping on my Raptors.
No one's sleeping on them. We said they're the best team in the East.
TNT put them on NBA TV. I see ESPN.
Because we wanted to get right.
ESPN put them on ESPN too. Y'all disrespecting my Raptors. We're going to the NBA.
They won by an easy
We're
margin.
going to the
Maybe they
NBA
don't. Maybe they're disrespecting.
And I'm
Washington.
saying we're going to the NBA Finals.
Wizards have lost 8 in a row on the road.
You know, in
going back to
Canada,
the
you can't put a
regular
pin in your
season.
ear. It's illegal.
I'm big up in Canada.
You're big everywhere.
All I can go in and do is try to make them. I mean, not focus on trying to get fouled. Focus about not get calls or not, just try to finish plays. That's all I really can do. I think a couple of them, I did get fouled on. They came to me at halftime and said they missed 2 or 3 of them. I'd rather you not tell me about it. Just like the last 2-minute report, I'd rather you not tell me about it. Me as a player, I just got to do a better job of just not worrying about the fouls or contacts and just try to finish my plays like I usually do in the past. Nah, I wasn't looking for them at all. It's just I felt like when I got to the basket at times, I felt like I got fouled. Only time I really said I didn't get fouled was the one time in transition when Cal jumped for the Cavs. I said that was great. Defensive play, that wasn't a foul there, but the one I had before that in transition, I felt like I got fouled. And there's always something new when it comes to me. Then I watch other games, and those guys get the same type of call. Just like I watched a game yesterday that a ref had refed our game and refed yesterday and was calling so much ticky-tack. But there's nothing I can control about that. But me as a basketball player, I don't make excuses. I just got to do a better job of finishing plays around the rim. No, I don't take nothing. No. The games I've been back, I have made those plays. I have finished those plays. Some of them I feel like I just missed. A couple of them I missed, and some of them I feel like I got fouled. It had nothing to do with me getting my legs back. That's not an excuse for me anymore, and I don't make those excuses when I get back to playing. Just a couple of plays where I got to finish. I mean, just as simple as that. I got to make those layups, and it changes the aspect of the game for us. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they really ain't challenged too many, but like 2 or 3 of them. I mean, one time Kyle had a great challenge. The other time I think they blocked it out of bounds. Other than that, I had looks that I was supposed to finish. It just didn't fall through. Well, you know what I mean? If you look at any, not even just our playoff game one, just look at all the playoff games, whatever team made the most threes, that's one base of those games. You can look at Philly game last night. They shot the ball well. Game one last night, Miami made more threes aspect of the game. I think both games, game one here, both teams played great defense. We played very aggressive. They just shot 50% from the three. We barely shot 30-some%. I think we still had a chance to win that game. We have to do a better job of keeping those guys off of that. Especially when you play at home, role players are going to play a lot better. The crowd's into it. They're used to their home court. But we feel we have a lot of confidence. I mean, they only won one game. I mean, they did what they supposed to do, is take care of home court. We have opportunity to steal home court away from them tonight. And that's all we're looking to do is split 1-1 and have home court advantage going home. No, I don't feel like there's no desperation in the sense of urgency or anything. Just coming out and being more focused on the defensive end. I mean, that's the key. You know what I mean? We was up 2-0 last year in our series and went to Atlanta. They won 2. So, I mean, we're not looking that far ahead. We're just looking at this game 2. We have an opportunity to get a win and go home 1-1. So that's all we can ask for. We wanted to come get 2. We didn't do that because we lost game 1, and we have an opportunity to win game 2. They just made shots. They made threes. They made big shots. I mean, DeLon Wright hit the top of the key 3. I think he had a drive right before that, and then he hit a side step 3 over there on the left wing. So they made big plays. They got to the 50-50 balls in the fourth quarter that we needed to get to. Other than that, we had some looks that we liked. We just missed. So it really didn't make a difference of what defense they had in the fourth quarter or not. We still got the shots we wanted, still got where we wanted to. We just missed some shots, and they made a lot more and made some big threes for those guys.
We're gonna play with some desperation tonight. You know, we gotta come in and really try to get one here in Toronto. We know it won't be easy, and defense is definitely our primary focus. Oh, for sure. This is a team that, you know, they excel with their physical play, and their energy, and their crowd. They feed off all of it, so we gotta make sure we take all of those things out of the game, continue to move on offense, keep guys moving. And then defensively continue to make things difficult. They had a lot of guys make a lot of threes last game, and which we'll probably live with. But you know, the ones that we can't take away, we gotta take them away. Oh, for sure. Make some misses. We gotta get the ball out, get out and go. You know, this is a team that's capable of scoring. This is a good defensive team as well once they get set. So we gotta make sure that we're pushing the ball and getting them to play our style and our pace. I mean, it's the playoffs. I wouldn't expect it any other way. So.
Do you guys have to make adjustments for that?
Yeah. I mean, you get used to it. You talk, point. You know, you do signals or do something. You know, you figure out a way. You know, because just as well as we probably can't hear, Toronto probably can't hear either. So, you know, that's no excuse for us. Communication-wise. Seed is nothing but a number at the end of the day. You know, it's not. It doesn't determine, you know, how good you are as a team. You know, it just shows, you know, what you did in the regular season. And you know, we feel like we're a lot better than what our records show. But you know, reality is what it is. So we accept it, and you know, we're playing a tough team. You know, the number 1 team in the East right now. But you know, we don't view it as a numbers game. You know, regardless of, you know, what seed we are, we were going to have to compete and strap them up just like the other team. So, you know, this is a tough one. This is a tough first round, but every round gets tougher. So, you know, we deal with what's in front of us right now. They hold and grab a lot, and that's something that will be a different story tonight. And just making sure I'm constantly moving, making them tired, especially if they're going to put Kyle on me. You know, just tiring them out as much as possible. And they did a good job of, you know, switching bodies on me, putting bigger guys on me, and switching up, putting Kyle on me. And, you know, they did a good job of altering their pick and roll coverages, sometimes trap, sometimes switch, sometimes a hard hedge or whatever it may be. But, you know, they did a good job of it, but I've watched film, and, you know, I think I got some counters that'll beat their defenses. It was really after the game. And going back and watching it that night and the next morning, just seeing how it was. I was too stagnant at times, you know, allowing them to get into my body too much, and instead of being in an athletic position and, you know, just being aggressive, you know, even off the ball. So just learning from that. Those 2 days do help, you know, help your body, you know. But obviously, you want to continue to keep playing for rhythm purposes. But you know, you can never beat the rest that comes in between these tough games.
I think we were physical, locked into the game plan. You know, we forced them into some tough shots, but you know, we just got to stay more locked in from the first quarter to the end of the game. I'm good. It's great weather we got out here, baby. It's great weather. Just can't work on them. Can you like repeat that question again? Like slow down. We got time. Yeah.
You guys have achieved a lot this season.
Yep.
Each achievement, I would say, the team is pleased but not satisfied.
Oh, that's your question.
Is that fair?
Yeah. So,
About what
I
you
mean,
did in game one ending the streak? How would you use that to approach what you could achieve by taking this?
I think we just going out there and we understand the things that we've done this year, and they've been, we've done great things, but that's all part of our journey. If that makes it clear, like everything we are doing is a part of our journey to our end goal, and we all know what the end goal is. And but every night, every game, game one was just one step to our journey. Game two is another game 7 for us. The way we got to play.
How meaningful would it be to be able to take a 2-0 lead?
That's what we're supposed to do on our home floor. We're supposed to protect our home floor and go out there and do our job. Like I said, we got to play every single game like a game 7 to us, no matter what. No, not at all. Not at all. He played great. He's had some games like that this year. Throughout this last couple of months, he's been shooting the ball extremely well, finishing well, playmaking very extremely well. I just think he's getting confident and comfortable in his own skin and doing the things that he's capable of doing.
Can you talk a bit about Serge and not just how effective he was in game one, but what he's meant to the team since his arrival?
He's been really good for us. He's a guy who gives us a different versatility. He can shot block. He can step out, shoot a three. He can dunk. He gives us certain things that we haven't had. We had Patrick Patterson who could do some of the things, but not on the defensive end. He can shoot the ball as well as Serge, but Serge is giving us that consistency to shoot the ball well and doing on the defensive end also.
How do you approach the task differently? You guys would switch up defensive assignments.
Say it again?
You guys would switch up defensive assignments over the course of the game. How do you approach it differently, taking the primary ball holder, a guy like John, versus a guy like Bradley, more catch and shoot, who play a little pick and roll, but they're different games there. I mean, in terms of shifting gears defensively, what's that approach?
For me or the team
You're playing the ball handler in the first
half.
you got the second half, you're switching over.
Yeah, it's just it depends how the game. John is a lightning quick guy. You got to be able to give him some space, and you got to understand that he's going to get his. And then you got Bradley who's coming off screens, and they're two different coverages. Like you said, John, is coming off pick and roll, going 100 miles per hour. So you got to make sure you pick and choose your right spots. But Brad, you can't let him get an inch. You got to stay on his body. It's just different coverages.
Do you feel like John's at 100%? Like, is he going as lightning?
Oh, yeah, I think his speed's unbelievable.
But I mean, given his recent injury, did you have any sort of slowness?
No. Have you? Did you watch? Did you?
No, I
yeah.
haven't.
Okay. No. He's still pretty fast. I used to be that fast. I was like 10.
What you're dealing with now, health-wise, is it slowing you down at all in practice? Are you still able to do everything you want to do?
Of course. I love practice. You know that. I'm out there every day giving it 110%. Nah, I'm good, man. This weather, I was out tanning yesterday. Y'all seen that? I was out there tanning. So I got a little darker. Y'all can't tell, but, I got a little darker.
John, did you watch any of the other series, the Eastern Conference series, and what were some of your takeaways?
Nah, I ain't watching no other games. I'm lying. I watched them all. It's the playoffs. It's great, man. Great basketball. Everybody's just going out there and giving it all. It's just fun to be, as a fan, to watch basketball. And for me this year, it was finally a year I can be happy with watching other games and not being like, damn, I lost game one. So it's pretty cool. But it's good just as a fan of the sport of basketball to be able to watch how competitive things are, watch other great athletes go at it. Just watching the game, it's awesome.
Did anything jump out at you in any of those series?
Nah, I'm not really. I'm just watching as a fan. I mean, I was studying it, but I'm watching as a fan.
Do you obviously play with DeLon a lot, with Fred a lot, with both of them sometimes. Do you feel that this team is better able to move the defense this year compared to last year and has sort of more secondary playmakers?
Yeah, I think that was part of our culture reset. Yeah, I think just kind of moving the ball side to side, being able to play multiple guards at the same time. You know, we've done it before, but now we got a chance. The way we space on the floor is a little bit different, more free flowing.
When Fred does get back in the series, how does he change it?
He gives that second unit. You know, I don't have to play the whole fourth quarter, 12 minutes. You know, it gives them still that spark that they have, and gives them that continuity that they have. You know, they're used to playing with each other. You know, Fred, DeLon, Pascal, Yak, and CJ. They're used to playing with each other on the floor. So it just gives them their unit back.
What's it like for you playing off the ball with Fred? Why is he confident? Do you like it?
Man, I love it. It gives me a chance to kind of, you know, play decoy a little bit. You know, their teams don't really help off me as much, and give them a chance to be aggressive, go downhill. You know, it just gives teams a different look with me not handling the ball and coming off screens and running around a little bit. Who, Freddie? I think he's really good at it. Yes, Fred's really good at being a point guard. He's really good at being a point guard. Yeah, we agree. On the same page. We're here, Mike. Anybody else? Oh, I was hoping not. What you got? If he plays, yeah. His speed, his quickness. He's a veteran. He's been doing it. He's been in this league a long time. You know, I don't know how I'm sure he had a great year over in China. For him to come back and sign with the Wizards, that's a great deal for him. You know, he's a guy who can change the game with his speed and his quickness.
What's the primary thing you have to focus on going into game 2?
More aggressive on both ends. I understand they're going to come out being desperate, so we got to come out and play just as desperate. You know, we can't wait to, you know, they hit us. We got to come out and kind of throw the first punch.
What are you guys kind of working on here this game?
Just tighten up some things offensively, defensively. What we could have been better at on both ends last game. Just trying to tighten up a few things.
What's the mindset going in like?
Whenever we play on our home floor, our mindset is always go out there and win by any means. And we got another opportunity to go out here on our home floor, take care of business, and, you know, kind of extend this thing to 2-0.
Desperation's not something you would hear from a team that's up 1-0 usually. Why think in that term?
You have to. You know, you have to. You can never get comfortable. Every single win you get in the postseason, you got to treat the next one 10 times more important. You know, you can't get comfortable just because you got to win. You know, you got to understand. You got to take it to another level every single game that we can.
Obviously, like the game 1 thing was the thing, and now it's over with. But now you guys can go 2-0, something that the franchise has never done. Is that talked about at all, or is that sort of extra motivation?
I mean, just our motivation is we could have been better last game, and we have another opportunity to be better. And with that, you know, we need a win. You know, and that's how we got to treat it. You know, we need a win. No matter what, how you want to twist it, turn it. You know, we need a win.
So far, the recipe's involved a lot of problems with assists from yourself and Kyle. Is there any temptation maybe to step up on the offensive side, or is that just stick with what's working?
It'll come. You know, whenever it's called for and needed, you know, it come. Whether it's me, whether it's Cal. Other than that, you know, it's many ways to win a game. You know, and that's what won us 59 games during the regular season. You know, it wasn't me going out there scoring 40 points a night. You know, whenever I needed to, I did. But, you know, and the same with Cal. So same goes for tonight. Whatever is needed, that's what we're going to do.
With guys like DeLon and OG hitting shots in game 1 and Washington presumably adjusting to that, how much more space do you think that might give you and Kyle to sort of operate offense?
That's what it's all about. You know, it's a chess match. You know, understand what moves worked last game, what moves they're going to try to take away and try to exploit something that we didn't get a chance to exploit last game. You know, every single game going to be different in this series. You know, and tonight is going to be much different from last game, but as long as we bring the energy and that aggressiveness on both ends, you know, we'll figure out a way.
And with that, DeMar, you guys used 11 players last game. How tough is it for any team to adjust to you guys when there's really no one player to focus on?
I think it's been tough all year. You know, we could have guys come in and do their job. You know, Lucas came in and made a great contribution last game, and that speaks volumes from a guy that, you know, probably didn't expect to play, but he understands when his name is called, he go out there and perform and gives what's needed. You know, and that's on down the line. You know, anybody name being called.
Yeah, power outage. Wasn't good.
Yeah, how long?
From like, I think when the OKC game started until when I woke up this morning. So I just went to Real Sports and charged up my phone there. So.
You need an extra blanket last night?
Nah, I just wore my sweater and some sweats. So it was alright. Exactly.
Well, what did you like about the team's fourth-quarter defense? What did you guys do well that helped change the game?
I think we did a good job of contesting at the rim. Lucas, he did a good job of just being active around the rim, not letting them throw lobs or not letting them finish over him. So I think that was a big thing, and we just, helped each other all around. I think it'll help DeMar and Cal because they're kind of like trying to double them, it looks like, and it's leaving other people open, Serge, OG. So I think if their counter to that would be kind of letting DeMar and Cal try to score, I guess.
After the game on Saturday, you said that, when they go under, it sort of depends on your feel, whether you take that shot or not. Can you go into that a bit more? Like, what gives you the feel? Is it how you've done that day, or is it the specific coverage in that moment? Like, what's different when you take it versus when you don't?
Yeah, sometimes they keep me off balance. They'll go over on me, so I'm kind of used to just going downhill, trying to attack, and then sometimes at the moment of the screen they'll slide under. So it depends on the coverage, and if I catch it early, or the coach is like, "Yo, they're going under on you," knock it down.
But it's not necessarily I've got it going this day type of thing. Like if you've made one, it doesn't really impact whether you take the next one.
No, coaches tell me all the time they go under to shoot it. We have confidence in you to shoot it, so that always helps. But it's just a matter of me figuring out if they're going under on me and how far under they're going.
So on knowing it's a make or miss league, can you count on 15, 16 threes every game? You guys think you can count on that as a weapon in the game?
I mean, I would love to, but it also how they're guarding us. They left a lot of us open for threes, so I mean we can just not shoot them with confidence, especially on our home floor. We've been here all year, so just shooting that with confidence on our home floor is I will bank on count on that. Yeah.
Delon, how many guys coach uses each night? Do you have a pretty good sense coming into each game when and how he's going to use the bench?
No, he threw in Lucas, and I was surprised, not in a bad way, but just like he threw him in. I was like, it kind of made sense. Like, yeah, they're attacking team, and Lucas is a great shot blocker, so I knew that it was gonna work. And also he's a great passer. He made some great passes for threes yesterday, the last game. So we really don't have a feel. Just kind of how the game is going and what he sees out there.
So do you ever look around and say, oh wow, this group hasn't really practiced that much together?
No, I think we all pretty much have played together or practiced together, so it's not. I don't think it's any shock when I'm on the floor with somebody. Just how it depends on how you're using the team.
Along those lines, how is it with Kyle in there right now instead of Fred, or last game anyway?
I mean, it was pretty much the same because they're both high intensity, getting to you on defense. So they're pretty similar as far as that. So it was no surprise. And Cal likes to kind of be off the ball a little and make his shots.
I know it's just one game. Did that game feel different now that you've had a rotation role all year compared to, like, it's not your first playoff game, but it was, your role was more here and there last year and the first year?
No, it was just one of those games where I knew that with Fred being out, I was going to have an opportunity to play more and be more of a primary ball handler. So I just tried to, just stay aggressive and, find shooters and, be in attack mode.
And what were the experiences like for you the last 2 years in the playoffs? Of obviously having a very different role than you do now, but what were you able to learn in some lower minutes or no minutes in those
You know, it was pretty tough just to be watching but I don't know. I just tried to pick up. You know, even in the beginning of the game, I saw how hard Cal was playing, and I just knew that when I play hard like that, it helps me on both ends staying locked in. So I think just watching the intensity and then letting everything else fall into place. That's pretty much the things that I picked up.
Did you learn anything about the way the playoffs can flow, the way that sort of arc of things with the wins and the losses throughout a series of how to keep?
Yeah, don't get too high, don't get too low. I think Louis Scola, he used to say that a lot. I think when we had lost one of our games at home, he has said like we're gonna be okay, just one game. We can easily tie it back up. So I think with us having a good game last game, don't get too high on ourselves because the object is to win both games at home and not get worried about one game.
I would be surprised because I don't, we haven't done that in a while. There's certain parts of the game that, we need the one-on-one. We need a guy to make a play. But to have an entire game of that, I would be very surprised.
When you've got 11 players strong, I mean, what kind of adjustments can any team make to take you guys?
There's quite a few. Quite a few. We got to be ready for the fight. We got to be ready for the physicality of the game. We got to understand, Nathan, how we played in Game 2. Everybody here, made a history, talked about our history in Games 1 and big deal out of it. So we got to remember and use that and think about how we came out in Game 2 usually like gangbusters and was ready to compete. So they're going to do the same thing. And we got to meet the same physicality, the same energy, the same speed with our speed. And play in a desperate mode as we did in Game 1.
Any word on Van Vliet?
He's going to be a game-time decision. He went through shoot-around this morning, so we're going to see how he feels.
What's the central message you send to the players being up 1-0?
That was it. We got to remember how we felt after our history of Game 1s where, everyone made a big deal out of it. And we seem to forget our Games 2 weren't that bad. So, again, it's a 7-game series. But again, we got to know that they're going to come out in desperate mode. They've been here for a few days and listening to everybody build us up and all that stuff, and we can't fall for it. We got to come out with the same mentality of toughness, physicality, and be ready for confrontation.
Is that part of the adjustment, Dwayne, of being not just a division-winning team, but the #1 seed and a team that has won Game 1 that is expected to kind of win it maybe a different way?
Again, it's a 7-game series, Bruce. That's the most important thing to remember. But again, knowing the intensity they're going to come out with and being ready mentally to understand that. I think that's the main thing. And we can't get relaxed and start believing the hype that, hey, no. It's a 7-game series. We're playing against a non-traditional 8th seed, a very talented 8th seed, well-coached team. And, for whatever reasons, injuries or whatever, they fell to the 8th spot. But a very talented team, a team that played us evenly throughout the year, and a team that, is going to come out with some pride. So we got to understand that going into the game.
When players say that Game 2 is going to be Game 7, is that more of a comment on the level of physicality they're bringing, level of focus?
That's it. That's it. The intensity of the game. And again, if we got to talk about intensity at this time of year, we are, you're not very good. If we got to come out and talk about playing hard, but again, you got to understand the speed. They're going to take it up another level. The team that's in a desperate mode and coming into your building trying to steal a game from you.
When you see Cleveland lose, Philly lose, I mean, is that pretty much a red flag?
No question. It should be. It should be. It should be a wake-up call to say, hey, anybody can beat anybody. At this time of year, what Miami did to Philly last night, just went and beat them up. Wade had an out-of-body experience last night, and so we can't let them come into our building and do that to us. We've got to come out with a sense of urgency as they're going to.
Wayne, what goes wrong when your guys when they turn down open shots? Like if they're challenging certain guys to shoot, what goes wrong if they don't take those shots?
What goes wrong is you're probably not going to get a better shot than that shot you just turned down. And sometimes, Michael, it's a lot of different reasons why the defense gets there. a little quicker than you thought, or you may think they're a little closer than they are, and you look back on the film, and hey, I turned down a shot. So that's a hard thing to do. You just got to be shot ready, especially this time of year. And sometimes that pass is not on time, on target, and a little, I call it throw you a dying quail, and you have to wait for the ball to get there, and all at once there's the defense is there. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, but most of the time, if you turn down that shot and take a dribble or pump fake and try to reload, just probably a worse shot than the first one you just turned down.